Hey there, welcome to LSAT Demon Daily. I'm Ben Olson, that's Nathan Fox. We're the founders of LSATdemon.com and our weekly podcast, Thinking LSAT. This email is from Anonymous, although I can't even really call it an email.
We can't read this. It's a wall of text. I'm going to skim through it. It's one unbelievably long paragraph.
I mean, we've said wall of text before.
This is the poster child for the wall of text.
This is literally a wall of text. It's ginormous. It's one paragraph.
Yeah, it's
I have to scroll down to see the end of it.
It's 1,220 words in one paragraph, and then a numbered list of questions. So I hate to break it to you, Anonymous, but when you write shit like that, you might as well write nothing at all, because no one is ever going to read that.
Nope.
Let's just do the questions. One, do I think Logic Games is changing in the foreseeable future? In the foreseeable future? What do you think, Ben? Depends on how we define foreseeable.
Yeah, what is foreseeable? I don't think they are. In my definition of foreseeable.
If your definition of foreseeable,
I don't foresee them changing.
If your definition is in 2023, then I would call that like a 50-50 shot, probably.
Okay.
You know, like if you say, is it going to change in 2020 by 2025? Then I would be like, yeah, it seems like they're moving in the direction of making some kind of a change, but we have no idea what that change even is.
But they've also given themselves so many opportunities to just delay and procrastinate.
So that's just what
I could see 2025 right? And nothing happens.
That's what lawyers do. It's like deny, and then you have to then start like kind of deflecting and then just start kind of delaying. And then eventually they entered into this consent agreement and then they agreed to start studying it. So then they start studying it and they wait until the very end of the studying period before they even get close to making any real changes.
And then they discover the problem that they need to investigate further.
Also, that was a terrible decision. I mean, it was a stupid decision. Like there's no reason why blind people can't do the logic games. That's really dumb. And I've heard blind people say that that's really dumb. So it's a terribly, that was a real bad decision, and it's unfortunate that they're going to have to go change the games, but is it happening anytime soon? I don't think it's happening anytime soon. Number 2, do you think reading a challenging book for 1 hour a night will help on reading comp?
Yes, it could help to the extent that it doesn't take you away from just doing reading comp.
Yeah, if you really want to improve reading comp, you should just do reading comp, but you also should read books. It's not going to just help you for the LSAT reading comp. It's going to help you for all of the LSAT. It's also going to help you for your law school reading and your future bar exam and your future legal practice. I mean, the better read you are, the better attorney you're going to be. I would not try to read challenging books though, because if you try to read challenging books, they're going to suck. So instead, just read anything. Just read everything. Like find shit that's going to make you turn off Netflix. That's the key. You have to get off your damn phone and you have to stop watching TV and you have to start reading books.
By the way, it's funny you said that because we turned off Netflix last night and I started reading Founders at Work. Have you heard of that book?
No.
I like it. It's about various founders and just what happened in the early days of their companies.
That's great.
With PayPal. Yeah.
Amazing. I've been reading through Bill Gates recommended a bunch of books. So he does it every year. So I read a book about Jennifer Doudna, the CRISPR scientist.
Oh,
and
wow.
Yeah, gene editing stuff, really interesting. And that shit's going to be, I mean, boy, you talk about things changing in the foreseeable future. In our lifetimes, things are going to really, really change because of gene editing. I also started reading a book by Vaclav Smil. Maybe it's Smil, S-M-I-L. I don't know. He's a Canadian and he is a professor. He's written like a bazillion books that are these like grand historical books. This one is called How the World Works. And it's just like all about how the global economy actually functions. It is amazingly reliant on fossil fuels, by the way. Like, is that going to change anytime in the foreseeable future? No, it's not. It's not possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully it'll change as fast as possible, but it ain't happening anytime soon.
Yeah.
Anyway, both of those books I got for free. They're both new books, and I got them both for free on Libby. That are just on my Kindle instantly. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Number 3 question: will a legal internship or job with the Attorney General help my chances of admission to the schools that I didn't read because we can't read your wall of text? Does a legal internship or a job with the Attorney General help your chances of admission?
It could slightly, but it's far less important than your LSAT or GPA.
Number 4.
A good letter. Yeah. Anyways.
What's your honest opinion on Columbia/NYU full tuition versus Fordham on a scholarship? Both of them produce NYC big law attorneys, but I am split. Well, you're thinking about shit that you have no business thinking about, first of all, because you're still in your LSAT prep.
Yep.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it said somewhere in the email that it was like a 135 diagnostic. So you got a long, long way to go before you can even think about Fordham, let alone Columbia/NYU. That's a bridge that you need to cross once you've already gotten to it. And that only happens when you're admitted to Columbia and NYU and you have a scholarship from Fordham. So
yeah, well,
no point answering that.
Usually these situations aren't so stark, right? It's a partial scholarship somewhere and a full scholarship somewhere else.
Right.
So
right.
Look at all the schools in between there. I don't know.
There's lots of other schools too. I mean, you don't
Yeah.
have to go to law school in New York City just to practice. If NYC big law is your goal, then yeah, you probably want to apply to all the NYC schools. But why wouldn't you also apply to Harvard and Georgetown, and like all those schools definitely feed into NYU big law as well. So there's lots of other schools, but there's no point talking about it until you've actually got that admissions decision to make. Number 5, do you foresee the LSAT going back to paper after June of 2023?
Never. They've invested too much into this program.
I mean, they're idiots if they do. Or I guess, sorry, I shouldn't say that. I guess if they do, it's going to be because of like cheating related stuff.
Yeah, it's only going to be because of cheating, I can imagine, because this has got to be easier to administer. It's got to be.
Number 6, have you seen students make considerable jumps in reading comp to the -0 to -3 range?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. Yes, we have. But I just want to, thank you, Anonymous, for writing in. But you need to work on the LSAT. Like that's what you need to work on. You need not to be thinking about internships and letters and gap years, and you're all over the place in this email.
Yeah.
It's a lengthy story about how his brother is in big law. And it's like, none of that's great. Fine. Like, let's get to work on your LSAT, because you're a mile away right now from any of these goals, and it's going to take some grinding. So just get on the grind. Like the questions that you should be asking are specifically related to LSAT work that you have done and struggled with.
Yeah.
So come see us in class. We got multiple live classes 7 days a week at lsatdemon.com. We'd love to get you going on the right path.
Cool. Email daily@lsatdemon.com. If you'd like to ask us a question or share some LSAT or law school admissions news. Thanks for listening.